Welcome back to the podcast.
So
everybody.
we got a not star-studded. We got an action-packed podcast planned. I did most of the work. We got a good drink that I've been working on for years.
What do you call it?
Aimee and Jimmy are going to tell you about it because I sent them all the info. And then I slaved over trivia and sent it to Aimee. And it's going to be a doozy.
It's good, really. I'm nervous about trivia because she was like...
Don't be.
She was like, I put a lot of work in organized trivia, and that scares me.
I think it'll be fun.
I'm just going to try it a different way.
Because now, you know what I think that means? I think that means that it's like exact pinpointed answers only.
No, it's everybody is going to do every question.
Okay.
So
That's scary.
We'll go into those details a little bit later.
I figure touch that one.
All right, we're starting off with the taste test.
Jimmy, tell them what we got.
Tell them what we got for him, Jimmy.
Guys.
So, Aimee and I really enjoy one of these adult beverages from On the Rocks. It's a premium cocktail company where basically you can get any cocktail in a bottle.
They're pretty strong, though.
Yeah, they're pretty stout.
I'll be the judge of that.
Well,
20%
keep going.
alcohol per volume.
That's pretty good.
So what everybody should know is we were walking by in Hy-Vee today and we saw a limited edition, and it's a
limited release
blue Hawaiian. So then we additionally also brought a mixer to kind of tone it down a little bit.
From the Muse.
Limited edition.
Inspired soda.
So I have a feeling I don't know what it's going to taste like.
All right,
we're just trying.
Don't try it, Jimmy. You know what it's time for, don't you?
Oh, I know what it's time for.
Do you?
Yeah, do they, though? Amy Lynn.
We have to cheers.
To the bears, to the wolves,
No, okay, I'm ready. I'll start. Can I
armadillos.
start?
To the windows of the wall. Yeah, go ahead.
Legs, feed the homeless. Sorry. Okay, I'll restart. Legs for the wolves. Legs feed the wolves.
Arms for the honey bears.
Jimmy, if you don't remember this,
Traps for the sacks.
what?
I don't know. We don't know.
Backs for the racks.
Oh, you were really close there. Haters, back for the haters.
Back for the haters.
Amy,
I don't care.
bench. Okay. All right.
Bench,
Well,
what is it?
Chest
What is
for the
it?
rest.
well, I feel really like that made me just shut down a little bit, like
I
internally.
didn't mean to shut you down. I'm not going to know it. You guys,
Chest for the rest.
chest for the rest.
And then we got to say Team Fortress.
Team Fortress.
And that's a cheers.
Fortress.
Table.
Cheers.
Team Fortress table.
I don't have I don't have a table. I have a thigh.
All right.
It's
I
kind
like
of
it.
Nate likes the ice.
I like it.
You do?
Yeah, I like the ice. I like the whole thing.
Okay.
Is this coconut?
It doesn't seem too strong.
Yeah.
You know something weird about coconut to me?
You're allergic?
No.
Okay.
Sometimes coconut drinks I get like buttered popcorn from. You ever get that?
Oh, I see where you're coming with that. Yeah.
It's not always, but it's like it's a weird thing.
Interesting.
So
I'm not saying I'm right.
as I've watered this down,
Yeah.
it doesn't really taste like it has very much alcohol in it. You're like, yes, it does.
I can taste it.
Well, the part of a cocktail is so that way you can't taste the alcohol. So it's a good mix if you can't taste it.
Okay.
And that was Positivity with Jim.
Dun, dun,
You did a great job.
job.
Everybody wins with Jimmy. Yeah.
I wanted to start off today with some of the response that we got from. So we posted that. I posted that reel,
Which one?
the IQ question that
For
Zach
simple
asked,
Jim.
and so I've been getting a lot of messages from
That was a good
any
question.
guy. It was great. I've been getting a lot of messages from guys that are, let's just say, under 5'8", and
You mean our short kings?
Short Kings. Yeah, we've been getting messages from the Short Kings of the community at our gym, and so I mean they messaged. I mean, I don't think they'll care, but Logan Reinhardt,
I could see his.
he messaged me and he was like 5'10", dumb as rocks, baby. Like he was all in. He was like 5'10".
This was a comment.
Yeah, his was a comment, and then Sally was funny because she was like, I don't really care about my height. She was like, but I would give up like 50 IQ points, I mean, to like be able to eat whatever I want and be jacked.
Oh, that's
She was
good.
like, maybe more.
Well, that one's better.
Yeah. And then somebody else, I don't remember who it was, but we got another one, and they were like 5'11", dumb as rocks, baby. Like they were like no question, and then they were like, because then if I say I'm 5'11", it's like I can say I'm 6 foot and lie, you know, and then you can't really.
Sure.
And I was like, wow, yeah.
I think the hardest part for me is like as a girl, height doesn't matter as much, but I'd like to know where my IQ stands first before I make a decision.
So that's the other thing. Sally is emailing us their IQ test for the military.
Oh shit!
So like when people go into the military,
Can we
the
take it
ASVAB?
secretly, and then if we decide,
we can. Let's say we'll take it at home, no cheating.
I'm LD, guys.
And then I'm a terrible test taker, so I don't. You know, who knows? I just panic and can't do it.
Did you get special accommodations at home?
No.
I got special accommodations in public school system.
Yeah. So did my dad.
Well,
You know what I do? Nobody ever asked me.
It's not a negative thing. It's
Nobody
people
ever
learn
asked me,
different.
but I would go down to 5 foot, get 130. No, I'm sorry. I'd get what would that be?
You'd be like genius level.
Be 12,
You'd be like
13,
one.
40. That'd be 150 points to my IQ. Just change the world.
like
for
some
you.
of the highest IQs are like 210.
Yeah.
Are they really?
Yeah, I actually just read an article like a couple weeks ago about like people who have like
Yeah.
some of the highest IQs.
And I'd crush that because my IQ's at least 70 now.
Yeah.
So if I get 140, 150, I'm there, baby.
Yeah, well, the reason I thought 150 was like genius level was because I was watching this true crime video.
Yeah.
And the serial killer, they were like, he's genius level because he was like 150 something.
I
Well,
think
when-
it's like over 130.
How do you think they test like? Like serial killers, like, do you think they're just like, okay, you committed this crime, like, sit down and take this test?
No,
We're
I
curious.
think IQ tests were more.
So a genius
I think
level
they
IQ is 130 or higher. Sorry.
Okay.
I've heard that. I think they were more standardly given. Like I feel like it was like in the public school systems and whatnot. Because I've had that same thought. Is like, sit down and before you tell us about how you gruesomely murdered your family,
Yeah.
take this fun little test.
Yeah, I think that it's something you just can recognize in them. Like, I think when they just see them and they see how they do things, and like the people that are analyzing them, whatever that is, like the psychoanalysts are like,
So who has the highest IQ in the room? I know who my guess is.
you think it's me?
I actually think it's you. I think it's Zach.
Really?
No,
I would back that up and say Zach.
I was going to guess Zach.
I think it'd be close
I was going to guess Zach.
because I think creativity.
Are we all
could
on
be
the same plane that Jimmy has the lowest?
same plane. I like it.
Whoa, that was layered. That was layered. I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
Jimmy takes a big pull from his drink. He's like, here it goes.
I probably would be the lowest because, like, I don't know that I could ever make it manifest into like actual numbers. Like if they were like, take this test.
Yeah, but you almost have like 3 full degrees.
No, I don't. It's like I can't ever put it on paper. Like I don't think I'd ever be able to take the test, like the IQ test. Like I would know things that afterward I'd be like I couldn't make it.
I don't think that's the way they measure all
It's
of it.
like look at like patterns. It's like
one-
looking at patterns and stuff
But I
and
think
recognizing.
one part of it is also memory,
Yeah,
which you'll crush me at.
I do have a good memory.
I just want to also say I am still slowly sipping on the drink, and I'm starting to feel a little warm. So
Oh, you getting buzzed?
I don't know what that says about me. Probably that I have no tolerance.
I give this drink as far as taste, for an alcoholic beverage, like a 9.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I could.
I would ask for a couple more.
So
It's
these
good.
drinks, these little bottled drinks that Jimmy and I have bought, we've bought 2 different kinds before, 2 other flavors, and we're talking like after one and us like eating dinner, I'm like, babe,
She was wasted.
I'm
one
like, I'm
night.
not okay. Like, I'm not
Wow.
okay to like even go get in the shower right
When
now.
we
not
first
okay.
bought them, it was like she had drank the whole thing by herself and was
Really
like,
quickly, it's really hard for me not to riff off of your all's drunken dinners. I really want to tell Nate to be Jimmy and then be Aimee and do that thing, but I won't do it.
Do it, go
out of
ahead, do
respect.
it. Go ahead and do
I
it.
will say about the
Yeah, do
bottle.
it.
we'll tell you how accurate it is.
Babe, I can't even shower. You want to help?
I did. Did you see my face?
Sorry.
I was like, I didn't know where you were going with that. I was like, think fast, because I was going to try to improv, and I was like, I don't know where
you
he's
know
going.
What I was going to say is every single time you guys mimic us, you are always Jimmy and Nate is always me. So that's what it was.
Is that true?
flipped. Yeah, every
Oh,
time you
that's
guys
funny.
do that, you're always me. And so I was wondering what was going to happen there.
That's hilarious.
Didn't I tell? Wasn't I you last week when I was like, you're moving?
Oh, yeah, we
Butcher
switched
shop.
it last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll be Jimmy. I can do that.
Yeah, I think you're good at it.
You'd be the lovable dullard.
Dullard. I like that bottle because
Yeah, the bottle was sick.
it reminds me of like a pirate bottle where like you'd see
Why
a
did you
message
grab
in
it
it
when
maybe.
I tried to touch it. No, that's cool. You just really alphaed me there.
It's on.
I'm a big cork guy. You know
I think
what mean?
that kicks it up.
I opened a tequila recently that was like way too expensive for me to be touching and had a cork in it. And I was like, this is going to be good.
Wow.
It wasn't.
That's like nice too because it's like
It was actually pretty good.
two person, like almost, you know what I mean? You can get that and it's just for
Yeah, but do you like tequila?
Couple
like
people, right?
I only like tequila in margaritas.
Oh, yeah, I'm not
I
shooting
do not
anything.
like people
I don't know if I told you
take
guys
tequila
this.
shots, and I'm like, nah.
I never told you guys this, but I think the last time that I got like actually drunk, like bars, friends, all that stuff, I might have got alcohol poisoning. And I don't remember a time being sick, but I remember like the next 3 weekends trying to drink and just being disgusted by it. And I don't know what happened.
yeah, that could be it.
have
I mean,
no
because
idea.
it's that way with food.
Yeah.
Like I remember Jesse, he got like the swine flu or something.
Yeah,
It was just
Taco Bell flu.
terrible. And the last thing we had was like his mom had made a chocolate cake, and so then for years after that, like it was like I don't do chocolate cake. Like he couldn't do it.
My go-to drink in college when I still lived at home was Southern Comfort and Dr. Pepper, and I went to a house
That's
party.
a popular one.
I went to a house party and I got way too drunk and I passed out on the floor in the hallway with a piece of bread in my mouth. I remember like
It's dangerous.
yeah, people were walking by and I could see.
Wait a minute.
And I've never drank Southern Comfort since. It was such
Hold on. I'm remembering a story of yours, and I think it's yours.
maybe.
But I think you told it to me like 4 years ago. I think you got drunk at some friend's house and you were staying in their spare room and they had a bathroom in the room, I think. And you had to get out to use the bathroom or something. And you ran back into bed and rammed your quad into the side of the bed.
Oh yeah.
And you had a giant contusion.
So
man.
I got really, really drunk.
I think that's
at a bar downtown. I was dating Bernardo. We came back to a friend's house.
Shout out Nardo.
Yeah, he hates it.
Pissed off.
He hates it when people call him that too. By the way.
Yeah, I did it on purpose.
I would say the wrong name every time.
So-
And Amy used to like just I would keep
Lando.
doing it, but she would just like kind of ignore that I would do it, or she'd like laugh a little bit. But I
Barnyard.
would say it, be like, "What about how's Francesco doing?" Let's say a different name every
You'd
time.
laugh after it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, so I got so drunk that I like the person who owned the house. She was like trying to be very motherly to me, and like I was kind of like just stop. Like
you knew these people?
I knew these people. It was a very weird vibe, and so I got really, really drunk. I was puking in their bathroom, and she was like, "Go ahead and lay down up here." And I'm like, I end up passing out in the bed, and it was like the weirdest thing because the guy that I was dating, when I woke up in the morning, he was next to me with no clothes on in the bed. And then when I turned to the other side, his sister-in-law was on the other side of me, like with clothes.
Whoa.
And I was like, I kind of didn't, I was like, what is
Close
happening?
family.
What is happening? And it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I need to go. I need
Close
to go.
family.
All I remember is you ran the mental image of you running back to this giant bed and just ran.
It was a four-post
Four-poster
bed, but didn't have like the actual things that went up to the ceiling. And I slammed my quad into it, and I had like a dent in my leg and a bruise the size of like
The funniest
my palm.
part. The funniest
for
part is
months.
just drunk Amy deciding to run in the dark
Yeah.
back to the bed.
Oh yeah.
Their little scurry little feet.
Have I
Which
ever
is
told
such
you
an-
guys? This is a really funny but horrible story. So I go on this bachelorette trip. It's my friend Jess's bachelorette trip, and I have to share a room with my friend Leslie. Leslie, I work with. She's kind of she's an aggressive personality. She would be okay with me saying that. So, anyways, strong personality. And so we're sharing a room, and I'm already kind of intimidated by her. And she's like already laid out like these are the rules. Like no getting up in the middle of the night. No, don't do this. I have a sound machine. We're gonna hear it all night long. All these things. So I'm already kind of like drunk and halfway intimidated of her. So we both lay down in the bed, okay? And we're in this Airbnb down in Tennessee. We don't know the layout of the room. And so I have to go pee. And I'm like laying there and I'm like, she told me I couldn't get up. She told me I couldn't go to the bathroom. And so I'm like, I'm going to quietly get out of the bed and just walk towards the door. Well, what I don't realize is that the door is actually at a diagonal, like 10 feet away. And I walk straight out of the bed to the wall. And then you can hear me going like this. I'm like scratching on the wall. all the way across the wall to try and find the lip of the door frame to get to the door. And she, after like hearing me do this for like a solid minute, because I'm moving slowly going, she's like, what are you doing? And I was like,
oh wow,
nothing, I nothing. And I walked back to the bed, laid back down, and passed out because I was like so scared of like waking her up and bothering her more.
That's
awful. She has power.
That's awful.
Really quick, my mom was a event coordinator for her job, and she'd put on these manager meetings. They were like a week long, and
a week-long meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she planned the whole thing, like everything, meals and everything. So there was I don't think the company paid for it, but it was kind of like a drunk fest each night. And she gets a call one night, and one of the managers is, hey Deb, this is, I don't know, Chuck Regal. That's his real name, Chuck Regal, from the whatever store. Is like, hey, I've got a bit of a problem here. I need you to come down to the front desk. So she gets down there, and she sees Chuck wrapped in newspaper and nothing else. Chuck had gone out that night and got a little tipsy, got a little 3 sheets to the wind, went to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, somehow went out the front door of his hotel room instead of back into his room, and immediately gets locked out and is just like hiding in the stairwell until he can find something to cover himself with. Gets to the front desk. They have no idea who this naked man is. So he's just like, call Debbie.
Wow.
So like she has like 20 plus years of stories like that. How would you love to be at a work function? Like literally that's a nightmare people have.
Yeah.
Like being naked at a work function. Good times.
Yeah, it's like being, I mean, that's
Chuck Regal.
That's terrifying. That's my nightmare.
Getting naked?
I mean, in a hotel lobby with all my coworkers, you know.
Zach?
Is that?
Zach would be your
No,
one
I mean,
coworker?
if it was me in that scenario.
I've never seen it. I've tried for years. I've never seen it.
It won't like to get more
Private
weird
person.
that you're trying to
I'm a
see
private
it.
person.
Really? You think that's weird?
I don't know. Do most guys try to see each other's
No.
stuff?
No.
Really?
So I'm guessing you've seen Jimmy's then by the way that you're...
No.
Okay, well, you were
Wow.
saying it, you're like, I've tried to see it for years.
Well, it's not. So Jimmy hasn't crossed the threshold. I mean, I've known him for over a decade.
Mm-hmm.
Working on a decade and a half with this dude. You'd think it would happen, you know? You'd think we'd be driving one of the tiny little cars we drive periodically, running off the ditch in a big snowstorm, and have to stay warm till daylight. That happens.
Yeah, for sure.
and the naked body heat of each other is gonna...
Yeah,
keep you warm?
We've argued about this a lot, and it's just not, his scenario is very unrealistic. Amy's got game.
switching up the rules.
So
Amy's got game.
So we're gonna do a different game. It's still trivia, but it's every man for themselves in a different way. Every person is gonna have the ability to answer each question.
Okay.
And they have 15 seconds to answer, and then we say the answer and move on. So we'll
Okay.
see who has the top score out of 18 questions. And the title of it is "Who Am I?"
Wow.
So these are gonna be descriptive things, and you have to guess what the person's name is.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so the song "I Will Always Love You" is in the 1992 movie The Bodyguard. Who sings this song and who is the lead in the movie?
Got it.
Done.
Okay, who is it?
You got it, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Whitney Houston.
Correct.
Mel Gibson.
Wrong.
Shit.
Okay, I was...
You thought Mel Gibson sang that song for real?
No, she said who is the lead in the movie?
And who sings that
sings
song?
the song. So you got
Is
it wrong.
she the lead person?
And sings
yes.
the song.
Ah, is Mel Gibson the bodyguard?
No.
No,
That was
Mel
not-
Gibson's not even in it, Jimmy.
Kevin Costner, you
Oh, that's
friggin'
right. I get
Teddy
them
Graham.
confused.
Okay, I was married to Heidi Klum, and I'm known for my hit song "Crazy." Everybody got it?
Crazy?
Crazy.
Oh, got it.
I'm doing time.
Yeah, I mean,
5, 4,
No, I don't.
3, 2, 1. Anybody got the answer?
Bob.
Tommy Lee?
Seal.
Didn't know it.
Okay.
Got it
Seal?
Okay. What famous person dangled his baby from the third floor balcony of a German hotel
Got it.
on November 20th, 2002?
Got it.
Jimmy?
Sure.
Answer?
Michael Jackson.
I said Brad Pitt.
Oh, dude, I love it, Jimmy. I love it.
Okay. Which actor plays Johnny Utah, is tasked with infiltrating a group of bank robbers who wear ex-presidents' masks and learns to surf?
Whoa.
What was the question?
Which actor plays Johnny Utah, is tasked with infiltrating a group of bank robbers who wear ex-presidents' masks and learns to surf? And I am keeping time. You guys get 15 seconds for each question.
No idea on that one.
No idea.
It's Point Break, I think.
Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
Oh,
Next question.
Was it, did you write it?
Yeah.
So next question, we're on number 5. Who is responsible for voicing both Darth Vader and Mustafa in the Disney's The Lion King? Jimmy? Got it?
Yeah.
Who's the answer?
James Earl Jones.
Good job, guys. Okay, here we go. I have a species of ant and spider named after me. Prior to acting, I was a roadie on tour with the Doors. I have rescued 2 people who were lost in the wilderness with my helicopter, and I played Richard Kimball, a doctor accused of murdering my wife, in a movie where I wrestled with the killer who only had one hand. Who am I?
Got it.
Good.
I don't know.
You guys want to say who it is?
Harrison Ford.
Correct.
Wow.
Okay, next question. Which celebrity had to issue an apology after her cell phone was hacked and phone numbers of other celebrities were posted on the internet?
Oh my gosh.
Write something down, because it's better to write something than nothing. You guys got
What
6.
was the first one? She was an actress?
It's somebody who's a celebrity. I wouldn't call her a celebrity, but she's famous by association. Okay. You guys ready for the answer?
Yeah.
Paris Hilton.
I said Kim K.
Me too.
I said Heidi Fleiss.
Okay.
Who is that?
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
I appeared in Parks and Recs, The Office. My father is a famous record producer, and Ray Charles introduced me to heroin at the age of 15. Again, I appeared in Parks and Rec and The Office. My father is a famous record producer, and Ray Charles introduced me to heroin at age 15. Starting the timer.
Whoa.
Anybody? Write something down.
Wow.
It's clearly a guest star, right?
It's an actress. It's a female.
Oh, man.
Come on, guys. 4 more
I
seconds.
don't know her name.
3, 2, 1. The answer is Rashada Jones.
Ann Perkins.
Yeah, if I knew that part, I didn't know her actual name.
I said
but
Rob
that's
Lowe.
who I was going to guess.
So at the end, we'll see who has the highest, and if there's a tie,
Okay.
we can
Okay.
go that route.
Okay.
Who is Oprah Winfrey's closest friend, a broadcast journalist, and I was born in a town called Chevy Chase, Maryland? 10, 9, 8. Do you need the question again?
Yeah.
Who is Oprah Winfrey's closest friend, a broadcast journalist, and I was born in a town called Chevy Chase, Maryland?
Still didn't help. All right.
Okay, reading the answer?
Gail.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Gail King. Okay, number 10. Who married... This is also a two-parter, so
Okay.
there's 2 answers to this. Who married Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee, and how many days did they get married after knowing each other? Like, how many days after knowing each other did they get married?
Who married the drummer?
Which actress married Tommy Lee, and how many days did they know each other before they got married? Don't say it out loud. 10, 9, 8. Ready? Everybody
Yep.
ready?
Yep.
It was Pamela Anderson
Yep.
and 4 days.
Oh, we have to have both?
We have to have both.
No, you don't. I was just going to give you an extra point if you knew the days.
Okay.
Did anybody know the days?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Name the 3 actors that are named Chris who've starred in the Marvel movies. There's 3 famous actors. All 3 Chris's have been in Marvel movies. What 3 Chris's is it? Everybody ready?
Got it.
Not
Yep.
yet.
Hold.
Yep.
Come on, Jim. Jim, you got like 4 seconds left.
I only know 2.
Okay. You guys want to say it?
Hemsworth, Evans, and Pratt.
Yep.
Oh,
Correct.
yeah, I forget about him.
Okay. Who is the king of pop? 2 questions. And what is his famous dance move? Everyone?
My writing is unbelievably bad on
That's
this.
okay. Who wants to read the answer?
Michael Jackson, Moonwalk.
Yes.
Got it.
He's on here twice.
Here we go. Okay. This is my sports edition. Our sports section.
Yikes.
What NBA player is nicknamed the Worm, had an affair with Madonna, and fought alongside Hulk Hogan in professional wrestling? And I can say the question again if you need. What NBA player is nicknamed the Worm, had an affair with Madonna, and fought alongside Hulk Hogan in professional wrestling?
Okay.
You want me? Who wants to guess?
Larry Bird.
Wrong.
Wasn't Rodman, was it?
It was Rodman.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I guessed.
I was worried it was like...
I guessed. Oh my gosh.
The thing that threw me off was Hulk Hogan. I was like, were they the same?
He did it for like a one of their bashes, like their beach bash.
Oh my gosh, that was a total guess. I can't believe I got that.
Okay. What NBA player has one of his nicknames as His Airness, has been awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and following the murder of his father, he retired and played minor league baseball for the White Sox?
Who
Got
was
it.
it, Jim?
Michael Jordan.
Good job, guys.
Jackpot.
Okay, next question. What NBA player played his entire career with the LA Lakers? He was co-captain for the 1992 U.S. Men's Olympic team, the Dream Team, and he revealed in 1991 he had an HIV diagnosis.
Got it.
Everybody ready?
Yep.
Who is it?
Magic.
Magic Johnson.
Johnson.
Okay, good. Okay, 3 more questions. I was born into a family of actors. One of my godmothers is Sophia Loren. I became emancipated at 14 years old, and I was married to comedian Tom Green.
What?
I was born into a family of actors. One of my godmothers is Sophia Loren. I became emancipated at 14, and I was married to comedian Tom Green. Who am I? 8 seconds.
Okay.
Everybody have their answer written down?
Yeah.
Anybody want to guess?
Courtney Love.
No.
Angelina Jolie.
No.
Sigourney Weaver.
No. Drew Barrymore.
What?
Oh, I knew that.
Okay. My film debut was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I lived in a car with my mother when I first moved to LA. To prepare for my role in Boys Don't Cry, I lived as a man for a month. And on an episode of The Office, Prince Family Paper, the co-workers debated whether I am hot or not. Who am I?
Got it.
Do you need me to read it again, Jim?
No, I don't know it.
Everybody who wants to say the answer?
Hillary Swank.
Yes. Okay, final question.
If you wouldn't have said the Office thing, I wouldn't have got that one.
Yeah. Okay. Coretta and Martin Luther King paid for my mother's medical bills when I was born. I married country singer Lyle Lovett, and I played Susie Underpants Moss on the show Friends as one of Chandler's childhood friends. Who am I? You need me to say it again?
Mm-mm.
Does anybody else need me to say it again?
Hold on, what's her name?
You guys have 8 seconds. Write something down.
This is gonna really bum me out.
Oh my gosh.
Coretta and Martin Luther King paid for my mother's medical bills when I was born. I married country singer Lyle Lovett, and I played Susie Underpants Moss on the show Friends as one of Chandler Bing's childhood friends.
Okay.
Everybody ready for their guess?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Harriet Tubman.
No.
I could never remember this chick's name.
Do you want me to tell you?
Can I have one more? I'm not going to.
Yeah,
take
you
the
can.
point.
You can have 5 more seconds.
I'm not going to take the point, but
Do you want me to give you another clue?
no, I know who it is. I see her face.
What color hair does she have?
She's redheaded. She
Yes.
was in Richard. She was a pretty woman. She was.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was.
Julie Roberts?
Julie Roberts.
Yep. Julia
Top.
Roberts.
Okay.
So what was everyone's score?
4.
I missed 5,
So there was 18 total.
so 13.
Yeah.
I got 12.
Jim, you really lost.
So what is that? Is that
I mean,
Zach only missed 5, right? So he had 13 and I had 12.
Zach won.
Dang it!
I didn't count Julie Roberts.
Right. Yeah, there was which was he got one that I didn't. It was
Well, I don't know.
I remember hearing it and being like, oh.
I can't read your handwriting. I'm looking at your thing right
No,
now.
I know. I was like,
Harrison Ford.
it was Harrison Ford question. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So
Ford.
Harrison Ford has an ant and a spider named after him.
Oh wait, hold on. I counted Ann Perkins. So I had 12, but Ann Perkins.
You guys tied.
Did you count Ann Perkins?
I counted Ann Perkins.
Okay, then you had 11. I had 12.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, we
Same
won.
thing.
We won. That's great.
I don't know if that was funner, easier, harder.
No, that
I
was
just
good.
was like trying to
Mixing it up. That was good.
Trying to switch it up.
That was great.
So
Amy, did you tell me we got new subscribers this week?
yeah, we got like 11.
No, we didn't. Prove
Yeah,
it.
we-
11 in a day.
We got 11
What?
in a day.
In a day?
In a
That's,
day. From when I looked yesterday.
That's
to
like
today.
36,000 a year if we keep that pace up.
Yeah.
That's
Dang, that'd
wild.
be
3,600,
dude. That would
I
be
was gonna say that's not
amazing.
36,000.
That would be amazing. Oh, I remember. The 5% of them were the United Kingdom, and 5% of them were Canada, dude.
Royalty?
I don't know. I mean,
They're from from the kingdom?
I searched through all of them, and none of them were like official Prince Albert or anything like that.
That's where.
Meghan Markle.
Is that
and-
like this is like Disneyland, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's Disneyland? The United Kingdom?
They might have one. Do they?
Oh, the Magic Kingdom. Sorry. I'm sorry. You're talking about where Harry Potter's from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where they eat fish.
They probably
and
have a
chips.
Harry Potter exhibit.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, it'd be cool. I've never said this before in my life. We didn't lose that segment, had to re-record or anything. But like our out of states, what am I calling them? Our
Over the pond.
you foreigners out there,
Our
should
clients,
send
our
us
friends.
our friends. We need our friends of the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our homies from the
Our
gym.
gym bros.
Yeah, they need to send us requests. They need to send us questions about our culture versus theirs, and we need taste test stuff. I can't stress to you enough how bad it hurts my soul that Jimmy hasn't gagged in weeks.
I know there's something that those Canadians eat.
Where do they eat that?
The fish in the can.
No, the
It's like a jar.
Germex?
Germex. No, what is that called? It's
What are you talking about?
I have
German
no idea.
chocolate cake?
Am I saying it wrong? It's the
Oh,
spread
you're
that they
thinking
have
of
in-
that's Australia. Mm-hmm. It's something
Vegemite.
Vegemite.
I've eaten Vegemite.
Vegemite.
That's so gross.
We've had Vegemite.
Really?
Yeah, we bought it because everybody said it was really salty, so I wanted to try it.
What's it made out of? Prunes?
I don't know.
Veggies.
It's a
And they
different.
might
It's an
it.
acquired taste.
All right.
I wouldn't trash it. I think that you have to grow up eating it.
Real quick, me versus Amy, because I don't think these two will do it. Let's do a English accent off, just like 3 or 4 words, and we'll have our new listeners rate us. You me go first?
I really don't
Wait.
think I should have to go first.
Oh, I think I can
Okay.
beat that. I think she
Okay.
left the door open for me.
Well, maybe we should make a phrase you have to say.
Oh, okay. Think of a phrase.
Just say, Jimmy, help me out here.
Fish and chips.
No.
Gavna.
I'd like the fish and chips.
How about, how about I'll take your finest basket of fish and chips.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I'll take your finest basket of fish and chips.
Oh wow, that was pretty good, Amy. Take it again. I'd like your finest basket of fish and chips.
I don't know that I can outdo that, but I would like your finest basket of fish and chips.
That
I
was
think we
better
could
the
pass.
second time.
I
That
think
was
we
better.
could pass.
Yeah, wow.
What we'd have to have a backstory that we're expats and we're coming back. So we've been out of country for a while, but we are native to.
All right, Canadian time.
What?
Let's say
Oh wow!
let's say
We switch lanes here.
say the moose ate all my maple syrup.
Hockey.
How does?
Hockey
I don't know
and-
how Canadians sound.
A moose ate all my maple syrup. Eh?
Yeah, dude. Okay. All right.
A moose got my maples.
They've got that like.
I don't know how to do that.
I'll bet
That's okay.
I-
That's all right. That's okay.
Ooh.
Canadians a weird one.
I'll bet they have like a nickname for moose too. It's like a tree horse, like something like that.
We
It's
should
like-
we should look and see every week what new like region, continent,
Yeah.
whatever we
and
got,
just really try to alienate
and try to impersonate.
I
what
can't
we
wait
think
until
they
we get
sound
somebody
like.
from like New
Nigeria?
Orleans. No, I was going to say New Orleans.
I
That's like
thought
from the
till we get
bayou.
a cease and desist.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, so we got new subscribers. That was awesome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the family.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining the podcast. And tell your friends. And tell your Canadian friends.
We have plenty of spots left in this mediocre group of ragtag renegades, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
What were some of the questions?
What were some of the questions?
What were some of the questions, eh?
Would you like me to talk in an accent the entire rest of the podcast?
That would be great. Okay, so we put out a Instagram post to have listeners ask us questions. And
well, we specifically pointed out Simple Jim in it, didn't we? Wasn't that the...
no, this was just an Instagram story I posted. But they asked, what do your parents do for a living? Or did they do for a living?
Retired. Oh, okay. Did they? My mom was...
Retired.
An event coordinator for like a medium-sized business, as a farm store. She was event coordinator, office manager, fuel buyer, customer service. Oh, this sucks. She was the only person that worked customer service for like 160 plus stores, so she was just taking complaints all day.
Oh my gosh.
And my dad basically had like Homer Simpson's job. He just like worked at a power plant.
Yeah.
Looked at computers.
Yeah, dude.
It's like super dangerous, apparently.
Shoveling coal.
He did that for like 13 years.
Yeah.
Then he got the desk job.
That's how they start out over there, I guess. Yeah.
Jim, what
Jimmy?
My mom, growing up, worked at managed a couple different restaurants, and then
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and now she's working at a manufacturing plant.
Did you say your mom when she was a grown up?
No, when I was growing up, she worked at a couple. She managed a couple different restaurants, and then
12 to 14, she was managing a chain of Red Lobsters.
Where do I start?
Franchise.
And then my dad's had a couple different jobs. So he was a cop, then he was a tow truck driver, and then he's a bondsman now. So now he's like trying to retire. Yeah, so he went from arresting people to getting them out of jail, which was a flip there. He has some repeat customers.
It's like vertical integration.
Yeah,
it's like the Rockefeller of Steelville underbelly.
It gets real busy when all those people go down there to float, because that's when people get in trouble. They get super drunk and do stupid stuff.
Dude,
there's pounce their rafts.
I've seen so many videos of that.
Yeah,
like people on float trips.
The
just
bull
like
float
fighting,
is massive.
Like drowning, alcohol, drug. It gets wild at float trips, man. I've never been on one.
And those were
we don't have
church
to talk about that. Amy?
My mother, Linda, was a elementary school art teacher.
Listen, Linda,
you're not listening. And then my father, he was...
You say elementary?
Yeah, elementary school
art teacher. That checks out.
Teacher.
She is such to me, like a soft personality. Like not personality, but like presence.
Very nurturing.
Yeah.
And then my dad was a high school PE teacher. He coached 2 to 3 different sports the entire time I was growing up. And then he also, side gigs, he was a referee for basketball. And then we did Fireworks City.
Oh, yeah,
every
dude.
summer.
Fireworks City. I forgot about that.
He managed tents for Fireworks City every summer. So my dad probably constantly was like always doing at least 2 jobs, if not 3 at once to bring in the bacon. The bacon.
My dad was a doctor, like family practice, like DO. For like he was a bunch of different things, but I think that was what his main thing was for the most years.
My dad's a doctor. Just get off your high horse.
I didn't say any. You're the one that's...
Just get off your high burrow.
So you want to know something interesting? When I first moved to Columbia, one of the jobs that I had, I worked at Ellis Fischel Cancer Center, and I worked in their office for surgical oncologists. And I remember I was like an office assistant, and I remember sending your dad's office information on patients.
That's funny.
Any patients that were seen by our doctors, I would have to mail your dad all of the records, and I remember seeing his name.
DeWeave.
It was destiny. You would send off the papers, and you'd be like, I just have this feeling that
I got a feeling.
Just got this feeling I'm going to start a podcast with his son.
12 years later,
before podcasts were big.
Yeah, and then my mom was a teacher. She like all kinds of different stuff. She did college, high school, middle school,
homeschool.
Yeah, she did it all.
Nobody caught that. All right.
So yeah, and she was also my teacher because I was homeschooled.
My dad's a doctor.
You're being dude. It's insane what you're doing right now. Yeah. It's insane what you're doing.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is.
Hey,
I didn't say anything like that.
looking a little.
Did I say it like that?
Looking a little smoky over there. Like
did you guys? Did I say anything like that?
Somebody's gaslighting. You know what I mean? Looking a little. Hey.
Hey, I'd like to
having
keep
a tough time
our
seeing
listeners.
through the fumes
so
here.
let's go to the next question.
Okay, fair enough.
Stop the fighting.
This one is: do you guys have a life motto that you live by?
Well, we have a cheers we live by.
Okay.
But that's already been said.
That question there was presented from our listener Sally. She's a
Bring Sally.
I don't know that this
She's
is
a
a
big
life
fan.
motto, but this is something that when Jimmy and I first started dating, this is kind of like something that I try to
just keep swimming.
Do every day, or like it's just how I am. I try very hard not to lie. Like there are rules. We talk about rules, but like
It's rule number 1.
There's really no reason to lie about something.
Right.
Like so, like if you don't want to do something, or like let's say you're gonna bail on somebody, like don't make up this big long reason about why. Like
That's a good rule.
Like just tell them. Like
Yeah.
tell me that you don't want to hang out. Like I'm gonna understand.
yeah.
I don't know. I think that there's a lot of reasons that people start lying about things, and I think that once you start lying about the small stuff, it gets easier and easier to lie about bigger things.
Right.
And there really isn't, like, if you don't want to do something, don't do it, or like own up. Like as soon as you own something that you did wrong, you're gonna feel better about it, even if you meant to do it or didn't mean to do it.
Right.
Like it's just.
Do you want to hear the country version of that? I like a quote that says it's tell the truth even if it takes hide and all.
Yeah.
Like even if it hurts.
Yeah.
Mine is Picture Me Rolling by Tupac.
Yeah.
I just picture me rolling, dude.
Mine's from
Princess Bride.
Mine's from a character. Mine's from an actor named Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Specifically from the show Even Stevens.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Do It.
Love that show.
And he said, "What's life worth if you don't pull down your pants and slide on the ice?"
I like it.
I've never forgotten it.
I like it.
Never forgotten it.
Jimmy, you got anything?
I mean, we have a list of rules in our house, and
He's like, most of them are for me.
Sounds so horrible.
He's
No,
like,
no,
I have a lot of rules, and I try to follow them the best that I
She
can.
didn't ask what rules do you have at home. She asked you have a motto you live by.
It's don't go to bed mad. I think is a great thing to practice, because if you go to bed mad, then you wake up the next day and it's like you're still mad.
You wake up the next day and it's just,
work everything out before you go to bed.
You had dreams about murdering them, and it's
I've been having some pretty vivid dreams lately, and it's just been
way.
it's weird.
Really?
Yeah, because I usually don't dream, but like this last
That's
week or
weird.
two.
You don't dream?
Yeah, not usually, but like lately
No,
it's been like I could remember my dreams when I wake up,
Yeah,
and it's like
I
don't
dream
remember-
every day.
I don't remember my
Every
dreams
night.
90% of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like. Yeah, I mean, I don't.
so it's
remember.
unusual for me to like wake up and be like, oh, that was a weird dream.
I thought that was just because I was like, it's like if you're getting like 2 hours of sleep at a time,
Yeah.
and you're like never in deep sleep, you just aren't gonna remember them.
Don't you not go to bed till like 3 a.m. though?
Well, I just like don't. I mean, like if you sleep bad,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you do remember them if you're just like half conscious.
Oxygen deprivation is probably mine.
They say that if you drink milk before you go to bed, you'll have more vivid dreams.
No.
I'm just putting that out there. I've heard it.
Zach has chugged gallons of milk before bed, and
Most nights.
Well, you actually have to sleep though, and I know that you don't.
That's a tough one.
So,
Yeah, that's true.
what's our next question?
Yeah.
I did something stupid last night.
What?
I woke up. My daughter was in the bed with me, and she takes up 3/4 of it somehow. My 50-pound daughter is taking up all the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I like sit on the side of the bed for a second. I'm like sitting in front of the fan. I'm just like, don't know if I'm going to get up and use the bathroom and move her over, whatever. And I passed out, like went to sleep, and just rocked the side table next to my bed, and just almost just almost broke the house.
So
Oh my
you weren't
gosh.
like fully awake when you sat up.
Nah.
Okay.
Awake enough that I recall it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you immediately woke up when your face slammed.
Well, my shoulder hit it, and I was like, what happened? Like, who did it?
Somebody broke into the house. You just start swinging, and
Yeah.
Oh man.
yeah. The third one was what song lyrics have you been saying wrong for years?
All of them.
Not all of them, Amy. You said you needed to think about it, and
I do
did you
need to-
find it?
Well, no, I didn't. But I know that there's some Eminem songs out there from like the early 2000s that I definitely like used to ride around in a car with friends and just think I knew the words, and I didn't. I know I didn't know the words now.
Wow.
I thought I was so cool.
Yeah, I feel like the one that I do a lot is because I feel like there's a lot of artists that you can't understand what they're saying. It's like for instance,
Busta Rhymes.
No, hold on. Don't say anything. Just let it sink in. Okay? Just let it happen. Let it sink in. Okay, now say what you're going to say.
Zombie from the Cranberries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also,
it's because she's Irish.
I was going to say Psy from Gangnam Style. Really have a tough time.
Yeah.
Really have a tough time with that one.
One for me was there's a lot of Nirvana songs that like I know very well, but there's a lot of sections where I will just like sing whatever.
Yeah.
Because you can't understand a word he's saying, and I don't there's one song I think it might be "Smells Like Teen Spirit." It might be a different one, but they never wrote down the lyrics. Like the album,
really?
The CD originally didn't even have the lyrics in the album.
Wow.
So nobody knows what he's saying.
That's
and
hilarious.
so like somebody has come out and said like these are the official lyrics.
Yeah.
But they did that after the fact because nobody knew what the actual official lyrics were.
I don't know why this reminded me of this, but do you remember there was a gym member who I don't think ever paid us a dime. He paid us in energy drinks and like he'd take the trash out.
Right.
And he was in a rock band and he came to bring us some of his music and he brought us a record, a vinyl record.
Yeah.
And he's like, and Nate was like, "You don't have a CD?" He's like, "Nobody listens to CDs anymore." But like totally like honest like take nobody listens.
Yeah, no, I
to
was like,
CDs.
no, for sure though. Like everybody's got a record player.
Yeah, let me go get my gramophone.
My
when I get
parents
home.
have a record player,
Yeah.
and they have records
Yeah.
that I will be
Do
taking.
they have a CD player?
Yes, they do.
Say, there we go. There we go.
What is that song? I think it's Crossroads, but it's. You guys.
Oh
know
yeah,
that song?
Crossroads.
I have no idea what they're saying there, but what I do is I go. Just I just make noises.
Is that Bone Thugs and Harmony?
So to
Yeah.
Sally,
Yeah.
Sally, and this goes back to the first question: what do you live your life by? This is going to answer both questions.
Okay.
I make my own rules,
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
and then after I say that, I say alpha.
You sing.
I make my own rules.
We just lost 40 subscribers right there.
Alpha.
So we're back to 0.
-3.
You're like, I sing whatever lyrics I want. I live by whatever motto I want.
Hey, just
like it.
just live life 1/4 mile at a time.
Yeah, dude. That is exactly what I thought you would say.
What's he say about family?
Could you imagine him and his brothers? Him and his brothers in Steelville watching Fast and the Furious. He's like, this is the sickest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
To
We were
be
pumped.
fair, the first couple were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Once they start like ramping tanks in outer space, though, I'm like, well,
Oh, it's absolutely bananas.
it's so funny that like this. I've said this before, maybe even on this podcast, but like just following the line of thought, this guy born on the wrong side of the tracks who like street races for his whole youth, like knows exactly how fast to drive what is that called?
Sports car?
Yeah, sports car.
Right.
Like in a tower in Dubai to ramp it to another tower in Dubai.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. Well, they turned
does these drag races
They
and
turned
this-
into superheroes, man.
yeah.
Like the last movie, Vin Diesel like punched a concrete pillar and like knocked off a chunk of the concrete pillar.
I've still seen a lot of them.
No, I know, but it's just and then when these two like car mechanics built a spaceship out of a car and then they go to space, it's like I saw this TikTok. This guy was like, I love this movie because it's just like against all odds. Like, you know, they're like, we don't need oxygen, you just need family.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No, but it's like Ludacris and whatever other rappers down in his luck come to Vin Diesel and they're like, we can't build this time machine. He's like, we're family.
Oh, it's so good, man. It's just so funny. I got a DM from a listener,
People sliding into your DMs.
and it is about relationships again. And I don't know if this is going to become a regular thing,
I hope so.
but
If there's one thing I know, it's relationships.
they
I have tens of friends,
I've got single digits friends.
but they're good ones.
That's true. Yeah. So she sent me a DM, And let me take that back. I'm saying it's a girl. I don't know. It was completely anonymous. I don't know who it is, and I think they wanted to remain anonymous. But
you got
because when you answer the question, you can decide if you want them to see who it's from.
You got female vibes.
I got female vibes.
Okay.
From the way that it was worded.
Hope that doesn't alienate.
Is this somebody who is already it's a listener?
We don't know.
Don't know.
Oh,
it just came through Instagram, through the question.
So it could be AI.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
That'd be sick if we got on AI's
Dude, that'd
radar.
be maybe. So here's the situation. Okay. I'm just gonna say she because I don't know, but it's okay. So she said, my boyfriend says a word wrong.
Oh God.
And he's been saying the word wrong for years, their entire relationship.
Dump him.
And
you can do better, Queen.
I don't know that it's an understandable one. I'll tell you guys the word, okay, in a second.
Is it worthwhile?
No, but it's I don't know. All right, so anyway, she says, I love my boyfriend, but it drives me nuts that he says this word wrong. And she's like, and I don't know how to tell him. And she was like, should I tell him? Should I just get over it?
Here's an idea. As another segment. I've seen people do this on TikTok. We will break bad news to anybody for you.
Oh, dude, I would love to do that.
I would call him
love
and
to
be
do that.
Jim, I'm just assuming his name's Jim.
Sure.
Jim, buddy, you don't know me and I don't know you. Hopefully this makes it easier.
Yeah, idiot.
You real bad at brain stuff. You
Words?
So
words
wait, what's
talking?
the word?
Okay. So she says that he says, instead of supportive, he says supportative.
Oh.
He says supportative. And she said he doesn't it. He's got a couple words that he says like that, but she said it's not like he's, it's not like he's below the average on IQ and stuff like that. He just has words that he mispronounced. But she didn't say any other one than this one, but she said he says supportative instead of supportive. And she said that it drives her nuts. And she doesn't know how to tell him or if she even should.
Okay, so when Jimmy was saying worthwhile, and it's worthwhile, I could not stand it, and I immediately looked at him and was like,
she corrected me pretty quick.
Say that again and tell me what you think you're saying.
Send me a phone number, and I will send a screenshot of a Google where I will search supportative, and it will say, did you mean supportive?
Right.
I'll just randomly one day a week.
I think the reason that she has to say something in a nice way, though, because she's already a very kind human, I can tell, because she has not said anything. They've been together for years, and she's not like me because I just called Jimmy out instantly. But she does have to say something because what's going to happen when he runs across somebody like Zach, who's going to be an asshole about it,
right?
Or a boss or somebody else, and they're going to be like, excuse me, did you mean this?
Yeah, somebody like
this could cost him a job.
No, it won't cost him a job, but you don't want him to feel silly in front of other people.
Yeah, somebody like me who's not worthwhile, and I'll just rake him over the coals.
Yeah, worthwhile.
So this is what it sounds like the problem is to me, though, is that if the first time he said it, she would have said something, it would have been so much better. Because now they've got years.
It depends on the dynamic.
Well, I'm saying for herself, she's built it up.
Years in, you can still make this funny.
Yeah.
You can still be like, hey, babe, I love you, right?
Right.
I've been holding something back.
Yeah.
And he's going to be pumped when it's not like, I used to be a dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? When it's like, you say a word wrong, he's going to be like, yeah, I'll change it.
Yeah.
Unless,
hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, I think the small things like that, though, it's easily correctable, so you could just tell him and then it's
I'm
not
just
a big
saying,
deal.
when I say that, I'm just saying for herself interpersonally.
Yeah.
I think that it's not as big of a deal as she thinks it is. Because I think that she's built it up. I don't know him, though. He could be an emotional mess. If he's wrong or he does something stupid and he's embarrassed, it ruins his entire month. I don't know.
Yeah, but think about how much it's going to ruin his entire day or week if he's around a group of friends that have been drinking and he says something and then they're like, "What, bro? What did you say?" and then they're kind of giving him a hard time.
How's that not happened though?
That's my question.
But that particular word, how often do you use supportive in your everyday speech to each you guys?
That's true. It's a word that you could go.
I feel like you use it at work. I use it at work, but I don't. But that's because I'm in education.
My mom uses words wrong, and I tell her every time. But I have friends. Like I have a friend I can think of vividly every time. Probably every time he said the word supposedly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, blood's boiling.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, I can't be friends with you anymore.
Yeah, I think she's just got to tell him. I think she's just got to come out and say like, hey.
Well, it's also, are you that type of person that tells people when they have like a bat in the cave or something in their teeth? Like,
see, but she might that could. Yeah.
I appreciate those people that tell me things.
Yeah.
I would much rather.
But they got to tell you right though. You
they
agree,
do.
right? You got to.
They do. So she
right
has to wait until it happens again, and then she has to say, "Hey, so." Well, actually, I don't even know how to. I can't give that much.
You know you're saying that wrong, right? Just like that.
I think I would ask him to say it again. I think if he's like, no, it's really good. I think that she's supportive to you. Then you can be like, will you say that again for me? And then be like, what? Which part? And then like he can repeat it and be like, I think it's supportive is the word. And then he'll be like, is it really? This is ideal situation.
And
right?
then if he doesn't believe you, then you pull out your phone and you Google it, and then he learns.
Or we get him on the podcast
At the age of 28 or however old he is.
Yeah, let's get him on the podcast and we'll just be like, we'll come with 25 words and see how many of them he says wrong.
But we got to pretend that we don't know.
Right.
Got Jake, you're new, so tell us what you like in a mate.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
like
he
for her
says,
to be
supported.
Really take care of you, and really, he's like dancing around it. What's another word?
We're
for
trying
that?
to get him to say it. Yeah, we're trying
Starts
to direct the
with an
conversation. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, there's one T in it. It starts with an S. There's one T in it. What do you think it is? And he's like, there's no word like that.
Yeah, I was like,
tell him.
I think you got to tell him.
What's the worst that could happen? Because like on the flip side, okay, let's talk worst case scenario for a second. He breaks up with you because you were like, hey, I think you're saying this word wrong.
But I mean, we could also dig a little bit deeper into this. As why is it such a big if this is such a small thing?
No.
Jimmy, you were saying worthwhile.
I know, but
hey, Jimbo.
But if what I'm trying
Jimbo.
to
hold on. Yeah, you know what? This is. Can I say something?
No,
can
you cannot because this isn't a big deal because she let it go for so many years.
But listen, if this
she clearly likes him more than she likes the word to be said right.
If this isn't a big deal, though, what is it going to be like when she has to give him bad news? Something that's really going to affect his life.
Jimmy, you brought up the first good point that you've ever had in your life.
I'm just like this is. I mean, what's going to happen?
You know what though? As the resident,
doctor's son,
mispronouncer, Jimmy's the one that we need to hear from on this. Okay,
Jimmy, how did I make you feel in that moment when we were
Aimee
sitting on the couch and I was like, I said it, I was like, I wasn't trying to be nice. I was. I don't want to say I was rude, but I was abrasive.
I went through the stages of grief.
Okay.
I was in denial.
What was first, anger or?
I don't remember. Yeah, probably argumentative.
Then you thought she was wrong?
Yeah, I was like,
yes, he did.
Okay.
I'm in denial.
Denial first.
I can't believe.
What you guys don't know is rule number 3 is Amy's always right.
Yes, actually, that is rule number 3.
But then, she pulled it up and showed me. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. So, and that was it. So now it's just like this inside joke that we have amongst. It was me and her, and now it's like all of our friends. So.
There you go.
Yeah, but you're a secure dude. We don't know this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he needs to go to therapy over a word?
Maybe.
I didn't say that.
Maybe this is the straw that breaks the camel's back.
I didn't say he wasn't secure. I just said you were secure.
Tone, timing, and tact when she has the conversation.
Picture me rolling.
I think she should make him a cake and then in icing on the top write supportive.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, what's this word? And then she'll be like, it's supportive.
And you know what
I'm saying I want to support you. And then
there's
he's
not an A in it.
You know
he's like, isn't it supportive?
You know what she can say when he questions her? My dad's a doctor. That works for me.
Well, everybody, I wanted to say thank you for joining us today for this podcast. It's been great.
What do they call a doctor across the pond? Physio? No. Physician? My pop's a physician.
My pop's a doctor, isn't he?
They got a little Irish. My pop's a doctor. Pish posh.
That's funny. I don't know what they say. Do they say physician, Amy? Do you know?
I mean, I would have imagined that. I don't.
My father's a physician.
He's a wizard of the arts.
He's a wizard of the arts.
All right, everybody. Look,
dumb.
This has been a lot of fun. Hit us with your questions. Hit us with your comments. Like us. Subscribe us.
Have your pets spayed and neutered.
We need your supportive. We need you to be supportive to us. Okay. I don't want to. I don't want to make fun of the guy. I just,
Was that the end of our questions?
Do we feel like we feel like we've successfully answered her question?
For sure.
Okay.
That was. I mean,
hey, as a group, we agree to talk to him.
For sure.
Yeah, we're talking to him.
Amy.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
we
I
may
think
not
that,
agree on how, but we agree we need to have the discussion.
Sure.
Just next time it comes up.
do
Well,
that.
no, I was just thinking, what if he listens to the podcast too, and this was like a way to get him? And I was like thinking about how Sally was with that question, and then he didn't know, and yeah,
he might not know. I don't know.
We only know what we know, and
Yeah.
we're just,
Either way, he might not think that it's about him. He might be like, "Oh wow, that's crazy," and then be like, "What words do I say wrong?"
You know what we are? We're just a couple of good Samaritans on the road here. We don't know any better. We're just going off what we know. We're just trying to right wrongs and help folks as much as we can. We only know what we know.
We only know what we know. I think we answered it.
And Nate's dad knows a lot because he's a physician.
So,
he's not getting.
Did we answer all the questions that we had?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's all the ones we had
perfect.
this week.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yep,
Okay.
that's all the ones we had this week.
Great.
You guys have anything else you want to add?
Just take life 1/4 mile at a time.
We're family.
We're family.
We're family.
You gave him like a weird accent.
Yeah.
Like,
I was trying to.
we don't need oxygen. We just need family. All right, everybody.
We're running out of gas. We don't need gas. I don't know what he got.
We got an episode dropping soon, and we tried some spicy chips, limited edition chips, and there's some good stuff in that episode.
Isn't that good? Isn't this going to come out after that?
What's
I thought
that?
that one already came out.
Yeah, what's that?
This is going to come out after that.
Oh yeah, I did post a different one, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, we tried chips 2 episodes in a row, right?
Yeah.
All right, I got them confused.
okay.
I'm
You're
sorry.
like-
Ignore
you just
that.
had-
You're like
stroke.
telling the
Ignore
people
that.
that listen to this one to go back and listen to.
Ignore that.
Okay.
Just go subscribe and listen to all of it. Dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like 27 episodes deep. So.
Just have a marathon. I mean,
Yeah,
just,
we're going to be almost at 30 episodes.
we're
Yeah.
great for long trips.
The short trips.
Also, if there's any
Medium
challenges
trips.
or anything you guys want us to do or try,
Yeah, hit us with your questions
Put
and
it
your
out there.
comments.
Any life
I'm
challenges
really interested
help
in
out.
in our listeners from across the pond
Yeah.
and our northern brothers
yeah.
and sisters
and sisters.
from Canada.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
All right, tell them bye. Nobody says anything. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.